Initializing recorder. It is recording. It's a good deal. Gene, go check.
Breaker 1 go check.
Good. That sounds good.
How do I sound?
Maddie, go.
Go where?
Go check.
Go check, go.
Looks nice. Turn Gene down a little bit. He's a little loud. Gene, go again.
Breaker 1 go check.
That's good. All right. Let's see. This is episode 30. Surprisingly, I think we got an episode 29 set aside that we got released before this one, but this is going to be a quick record. I'm definitely going to be keeping a closer watch on it so I can make sure it doesn't stop recording.
What happened was we paused.
Okay. Yeah, it's a computer also. Yeah, but my phone's charged. Everything's good. The recording's recording. Love it. So let's hop to it. Let's try to get this one in the bin as best we can. You good to go, Gene? You good to go?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Maddie, you good?
I'm fine.
In 3, 2, 1. Go. Welcome to the Chainsaw Bar. I'm your host, Mike. I am joined tonight with
Madeline.
And
Gina.
Excellent. Tonight's episode is about movies we've seen. That's pretty much it. The end, be all. We're cutting it at that. We're not getting any fancy or nothing like that. This is just one where we sit about and talk about movies. So let's get to it. But first, let's get our minds popping with the 3 quick questions quick. Who wants up first?
Gene, you want first to go?
Yeah, I'll go first. I don't care.
All right. Arnold or Carl Weathers in a 3-round boxing match, Predator era, who wins?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow. Maddie, same question.
I mean,
100%.
Apollo Creed, bitches.
All right. I'm going with... I actually am thinking that's a hard one for me.
It is hard.
That one popped in my head and I seen the bro arm thing, but I'm thinking Arnold might actually punch him out if he gets a good punch in. Otherwise, Carl's going to knock him out. So I'm going to Arnold also. Quick question number 2, starting with Maddie. Trapped on a desert island, what do you miss most, theoretically?
On a desert island?
Deserted island. What do you miss
Deserted
most?
island, what do I miss most?
That's a hard one.
Theoretically, I'm going to have to go with, Wait, am I alone?
No, you're deserted.
Well, probably my family.
There you go.
Some of them.
That's...
Hey, I believe that's true with everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's like, God dang. It's true.
Yeah, at this stage of my life, my question answer is I'll probably miss ice the most. Ice. I like ice. Everything. Sodas, drinks, ice water, ice beer. I'll probably miss ice the most on a deserted island.
Unless it's, an island in the Arctic, in which case you're not going to miss ice at all. You're going to resent it.
Yeah, this is true. All right, Jim, what do you think? Trapped on a deserted island. What do you think you're going to miss most?
Like I said, that is a freaking hard one. I'm going to say, damn. I was going to say everything, but I need... I'm got to pick one thing.
No, there's some things you won't miss, and we've learned this during the pandemic, that there's some things we don't miss
That's true.
When we have to skip out on society.
Oh, one thing that I wouldn't miss, or that I would miss.
That you would miss.
Would miss.
Oh, okay.
Like
I would have to say fast food.
There you go.
I was hard pressed to say booze, but then I remembered my family come first, so second to that.
Second to that. Yeah, there you go.
Well, you already stole
And probably
that,
coffee.
So there you go.
Yeah. It's not like a first answer is right answer. You can copy the same answers if you think it's that. All right, so third question is a tricky one. It's a real hard one.
Mm-hmm.
This one hit me. I was trying to think of the third question, and I'm going to steal it because I haven't started yet. The question is, best advice to survive a horror movie, and it's one fact you got to share, and go. I would say don't have sex in a horror movie.
That's pretty standard.
Pretty standard.
Pretty standard issue.
Pretty standard issue. All right.
Jane, your turn.
Don't go camping.
Don't go camping. Good answer. Maddie, you're up.
Don't wear high heels.
Good advice.
No, that's a very good one.
Yeah. There's always that one movie where somebody's running in heels and it's just a shit show fail.
It's like, take them off, sis.
Yeah.
I can run in heels too, and I mean, you don't have anything to prove in this scenario. You
There
know?
was Jurassic Park with the chick that was in the high heels the whole time.
Yeah. That's
I
horrible.
was like, damn,
Wow.
what are those, some Reebok high heels?
Seriously.
Yeah.
I have some comfortable shoes with heels. It's just a matter of getting away.
Yeah, it's no way. There's no way I could run on heels.
Well, I mean, I know I can. I have
The
children.
guy's walking most of the time.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
All
there's
right.
It's
always...
like, how in the hell did you catch up with how did you even catch up with the person?
Because she's running in heels.
Because their heel is just sinking in mud, and it's slowing her down, sinking in dirt even.
Or catching on something. There's, and depending on the shoes.
Yeah.
Some of them are easier to maneuver than others.
Nike high heels. It's got the springs on the back.
That sounds hideous. I mean, just don't wear that for fashion's sake, because if I was a serial killer, I would single you out for having bad choices in footwear. I would serial mom that.
You could wear the Reebok high heels with the damn air sole where you push it, pump it up.
The pumped up kicks.
Yeah, pump up the air sole heel.
Yeah, I would also kill you for that if I was the murderer. That's just straight up you know what? I was going to let having sex while camping go, but those shoes are an abomination.
Yeah, my Reebok pumps, man. I got to have my high heel Reebok pumps. It's a fact.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker
That
for
didn't
me.
even function by God with a real damn tennis shoe.
No, those things are ridiculous. It's oh, come on.
Mm-mm.
Yep. All right, Gene, what have you watched this week? Or two? It's been a couple weeks.
It's been a minute. We lost
You're gonna cuss me.
I doubt it because it's a podcast and I try not to cuss my fellow people unless I have
I
to.
might. I don't make those kind of...
Yeah, as a
Just-
host.
I watched Cigarette Burns again.
Oh, you son of a... all right.
I know
Son
it.
of a- he caught himself because
freaking
he's...
cuss me.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the movie. It's a masterpiece, and I was trying to come up with we're going to have to do a short film, just a freaking short film of something. We all, Maddie, put our heads together and come up with it. Just buy a damn ridiculous old damn camera and just get maybe some of our friends together and make it just a crazy, maybe a stupid zombie movie or something.
Yeah, the movie theater would be fun. Making a movie would be fun. It's like
I mean,
definitely
it's
it's
the
on the back
short
burner.
film. I ain't talking about no damn hour-long film. I'm talking about 7 minutes max.
Oh,
Ultra short. You can tell a good.
Dude, they're great. If you ever watch some of the shorter films and stuff like that, they're funny. They're great.
some of my favorite books are short stories, so.
It's entirely possible. I can see
But
that.
when you said that, I thought of that movie.
There's
Put our heads together. What was the one with Bruce Campbell? The man with the screaming brain?
That wasn't very short, but yeah.
No, but he said put your heads together, and immediately my brain went Bruce Campbell, and that wherever he was in the film, and he comes up, the guy runs after him, and he steals his moped. Bring me back my Vespa, you ugly American.
Yeah, that was funny. All right, so Gene's seen Cigarette Burns again. Great film, but we'll pick his brain in a minute. Maddie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to damn quit watching that movie. Like I said, it's a short movie. But I mean, it's by far not like I said when I'm talking about making a short film. Just get straight to the point and made it funny and shit. Be like, damn, that was pretty crazy.
I can see that, but we're talking about horror movies, Gene, not making horror movies. In the future, we may be talking about horror movie making, but right now,
when it happens, it's gonna happen, y'all.
It is.
We're gonna
Jersey Shore Dracula shit.
We're gonna just.
We're gonna do the Sack Man. We're gonna do some damn weird Cherokee legends. These are things that will probably eventually happen.
These things will.
If not only in dreams.
I mean, at least be able to write it down and like voice act it in a podcast kind of situation.
That would be fun. If we did a radio broadcast of the movie, Gene, we don't got that.
Yeah, world style,
old school radio broadcast. Like, we could do that. Then we wouldn't have to worry about like dressing up or costumes or sets or none of that. We just have to have somebody.
No, I meant Orson Welles. You know what? I wish that so many of these dudes didn't have the word "well" somewhere in their name.
Yep. But yeah, we could do a radio horror movie, which would be kind of fun. If we'd have to write a script, and then we have to figure out who's going to portray each part. Then we have to sit around and act it out, and then we have to have that special effects person, like they have on the damn Prairie Home Companion. That guy. That'd be pretty great. But all right, so let's sit back for a minute and reflect on what we've seen, and we'll go into it. We doing Frankenhooker?
We can talk Frankenhooker.
Because you were pretty adamant about how entertaining it was and how it was a real good angle point of feminist horror movie.
Well, I mean, this is my interpretation of trauma films. I think that trauma films, being trash and being trashy, people look down at lowbrow stuff like that and think it's automatically offensive. But if you actually stop and pay attention to the films, they are always rooting for the underdog. They're always championing the underdog. They're always championing Hooker is a movie about a crazy guy and his insecure girl.
Yeah, so now we lost the recording. No, we didn't lose the recording. I paused it. I saved it. I noticed that it stopped doing its recording. So maybe we should force our hand to go invest in a new computer. But whatever. We're recording again, and we are now here. So whatever. Okay,
so what was I saying? That I think that trauma films are actually really progressive in their way.
Yes.
And whether that is, like Gene was saying during our little hiatus there for a second, the Toxic Avenger, which really has a lot of strong environmental issues, as well as, issues that any monster movie brings up of, that person being othered, being the outsider, being hideous.
Being the person that's trying to change the world sometimes.
And sometimes that too.
Not so much in Toxic Avenger world.
Well, no.
No, maybe. Yeah, that one maybe, but not in the beginning. But not so much in many trauma films,
Yeah.
but the idea is there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it is there in the trauma films. That's just how I feel about it. I mean, you think about something like The Killer Condom, and the main hero is just this very out gay guy. And I know Trauma just produced that, for the United States, and it's a German film, but still, it's still there. But Frankenhooker, been around since the 80s,
Funny. I ain't seen it, but
really, it's like it's Trauma, so it's trashy and it's tacky, but it's like at the heart of it, there's this guy who's kind of a psycho, kind of a weirdo. Reminds you of the guy from Reanimator.
Yes.
And his girlfriend gets killed in a freak accident.
That he's kind of responsible for.
And also, like, his girlfriend, it's set up that she's overweight, that she's insecure, that he offered to staple her stomach for her, even though he doesn't really have a medical degree, and things like this. And so there's, like, kind of a setup that maybe he wasn't the world's best boyfriend on many levels. And then he wants to put her back together out of hooker parts because he can make her the perfect woman, which is what he thinks she would want. Now, ladies out in the listening audience, show of hands, would you want to be put together posthumously and brought back to life, reanimated out of hooker parts that your boyfriend or significant other chose? Because I'm going to say, oh, hell no. If you don't like my parts the way they were, then sure, get on down the road. Go ahead and bury me. Or, cremate me, preferably. But okay. But yeah, so it has, Frankenhooker has a lot of like very progressive ideas about sex workers, and it's very like progressive for the time about that, especially because now we talk about this a lot, but back then we didn't talk about how pimps were keeping women in the trade by getting them hooked on drugs and stuff like that. We didn't have this kind of discussions that we have now. Precisely. And maybe it's films like fucking Frankenhooker that started these conversations. Why not? But they are talking about it in the film, like sex workers' rights, so that they can be safe, so that it's a job that it's the oldest profession. Been
around forever.
It's the oldest profession, and when women take care of each other, that's one thing. But when men go in, or I'm not saying that there aren't any madams out there who aren't abusive to their girls, but generally, when somebody else is taking a cut and it becomes like this capitalist bullshit instead of women protecting each other, which is what it traditionally was, then it gets really dangerous and ugly and trafficky and stuff like that. So Frankenhooker actually, in its comedic way, brings up these really serious issues, and it's not making light of them. No, it's just not. It's portraying it in a way that you hardly even realize you're seeing, that your mind's being open. But I think my favorite thing about it was the character Jeffrey. His mom was played by Louise Lasser, who was the mom of the Blue Raja in Mystery Men. And she basically, in Mystery Men, basically reprised the role because they're both named Jeffrey. Jeffrey, what are you doing in your room? She totally did that on purpose in Mystery Men. If you ever watched Mystery Men and you haven't watched Frankenhooker, you missed the joke of what she's doing.
Yeah.
So what are you doing in there, Jeffrey?
Right? Exactly.
With your brain in a fucking fishbowl.
Yeah, but there's so many little Easter eggs in Frankenhooker, like the weatherman on TV was played by the old horror host Zachary.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Stuff like that. Yeah, just little fun things.
Yeah, it's a great trauma film. It's early 80s trauma, so you get to see the raw New York.
Yes. Which
is no longer there, but it was the raw New York of the 1980s that people think of when you think of like the dirty New York City.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it is. And they recorded it for, like, essentially probably, like, outside of Taxi Driver, it's probably the best recording in New York City from that era.
Are you talking to me?
Exactly.
Are you talking to me?
Ain't nobody else
I think
here.
you're talking to me.
You got any money? You want a party?
Yes.
That's some great stuff, man. I tell you what, but
Taxi Driver.
I tell you one that's freaking horrible. And this is the Human Centipede. I think they made 3 of them.
I think they did easily, yeah. That mad scientist.
That is freaking disgusting.
That's too gross.
It is pretty too gross. It's a very mad scientist gone hostile, freaking saw, just
Hostel,
madness.
I liked Hostel.
It's that genre.
The series, it was. I about got a tattoo of that dog.
Damn it, Gene. Yeah, no, it's just like it was that era of damn movie being released in that time, so they were all trying to outdo each other and make it the most extreme-ish kind of crazy shit that you'd go watch.
And it was.
Yeah, torture porn.
Yeah.
Gross. Not my favorite remotely, but it's a thing. It's still being done. It's still just gross as was then.
Yeah, but that was exceptionally gross.
Yeah, that one was exceptionally gross.
Because you know what? Like you were just watching Crooks too.
Yeah.
You don't go ass to mouth.
Yeah. Try not to go ass to mouth, people, if you can help it. It's gross. For somebody.
Like I said, if you search for it, you will find it. And you're not going to get what you thought you was going to get because I'm not going to go into what it's about, but if you got a weak stomach, disgusting.
Yeah.
You're going to lose your pizza.
Yeah.
Also, if you have a weak stomach, you can pretty much avoid trauma films.
Mm.
Yeah,
it's
it's got
early
it's
Peter
got,
Jackson films, horror films.
This is the way to desensitize yourself with horror films is watch how it was made, and then. But I don't like doing that because it basically ruins the damn movie.
Right.
Yeah. It ruins the initial watching the first time, so you haven't got the shock and awe and the shock and disgust of like watching it the first time, walking into it out of the theater off the street. Is what.
But honestly, if you can't figure out by the title, Human Centipede, what it's about,
it could be like you could be looking at it as like a 1950s like
centipede
monster movie, like The Fly,
right? Or
something like that. Because like Them or something where the man transforms himself to a giant centipede. Not quite the same thing, people. Not quite the same thing.
No.
No Jeff Goldblum good times here. This is just like bad times. Centipede. Yep. So that's a good description there, Gene. That's a damn definite discussion about the Human Centipede. Ick. Yep. Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, if you're listening to this damn podcast, you might as well. You're not listening. We're not talking about General Hospital or Days of Our Lives. We're talking about real horror films here. We're talking about things that's going to repulse you.
That's true.
You might as well just start pronouncing the L in salmon.
Salmonella.
Salmonella.
You might as well.
Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
It's like you're going to be calling it quinoa and just being sad with your life after like certain points and some things. That's not where we're going now. Thanks, Gene. You definitely contributed an angle. Yeah, the rabbit hole is a little bit opener and a lot more less tricky to fall into now.
I don't remember what we ended up actually saving of the last.
We lost pretty much all the discussion.
Discussion about horror movies. Then we just got onto something about like birds.
Birds and wildlife.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. So we didn't talk about Thirst.
We did not talk about Thirst. We didn't talk about Grizzly 2, Lowriders versus Zombies from Outer Space, VFW, Psycho Goreman, or The Devil's Backbone. None of these were touched, but these were on the list to talk about.
And we've added more to that list since then. Like, we're so behind, y'all.
So let's talk about Grizzly 2. And in case I got to mark the time. Grizzly 2 at 24 minutes and 44. Boom, boom. In case we lose, and I have to go back and
Grizzly
say
2,
it.
Revenge.
Originally filmed in 1983.
83.
Not ever released theatrically or like completed until 2020, actually.
2020.
No, 2021.
Okay,
It
just got released, and it was filmed in Hungary in 1983.
And it's got an all-star cast of amazingness. For a couple minutes, at least.
Yes.
Damn.
For the first,
that's a... Yeah.
3 minutes of the film.
That sounds like the horror film that we've been trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only this had Laura Dern and George Clooney and Charlie Sheen for like the first scene in the movie.
Yep. And then it had Lars.
And their top billed.
Lars. Gosh darn it. Philip Lars, Indy's Turkish friend. In the Indian,
John Rhys Davis.
John Rhys Davis as him. He gets through the entire film, and you get to watch him just perform and just hold on for dear life to just be a still solid actor
and to
pull off his
try
bits.
to pretend being Native American.
Oh yeah,
from somewhere in French Canada.
Yes,
or pretend to be. Thinking that he is Native American, as they hint at it in the film. Because he's really, like, from Wales.
So, yeah, he's not American or French.
Or Native American.
Or Canadian. He's from Wales.
Nor is he anything that he was playing... Where was he supposed to be from in Indiana Jones?
Oh, he was supposed to be from the Middle East, I think. Yeah, like Turkey or something.
It was implied.
Yeah, like, they were in the desert. They were in Egypt, so, like, he had the little damn
little
fez. Yeah, so he definitely, that is a diverse actor. Like, I've loved him in everything he's done.
Sure.
No doubt on this film either. It's not nearly the same film as Grizzly 1, if you've ever seen that, which you probably should have. But
I have not. That was from 1976.
Yeah, the original Grizzly was very good, and it was very much about a real grizzly and not a rock concert set up
in Yellowstone Park.
In Yellowstone Park, which was in Romania, apparently.
And it's just so fun. But it has, Deborah Foreman in it, who I love. Valley Girl.
And the fact that it was actually a real rock concert, they actually put the whole thing together.
Did. Those were real bands. Toto Coelo was in it, and it really bothers me. When I realized who it was, and they were singing some like Coconut song, and I thought, why the fuck aren't they singing I Eat Cannibals? This is a horror movie. This is your chance to sing the one hit song you had in the United States, kind of a hit song, on the new wave charts, I guess. I Eat Cannibals. You should go back and put I Eat Cannibals as the intro to this show, by the way. We can do that, right? You can edit that in.
Yeah, definitely will be. Maybe that may be the title. I Eat Cannibals. I Eat Cannibals.
I mean, seriously?
Genius.
And
there we go.
The other amazing actor in Grizzly 2, Revenge.
Oh, yes. Here we
was
go.
Louise Fletcher, who plays kind of the lady in charge. She can't be the mayor of Yellowstone, but she reminds you of the mayor from Jaws. Anyway, she's in charge of the concert. She's like, no, this grizzly attacking all these kids is not going to stop this rock concert from happening. So this is like pre-Burning Man kind of, Coachella scene, concert out in fucking Yellowstone Park. There's grizzly attacks. She's not going to shut down the concert because it's going to be great.
The black bears are attacking people at Bonnaroo people, but we're not stopping this concert.
We're not stopping this concert. But who
Fish is going to be playing the third stage on Sunday. We've got to get this happening.
Right, exactly. Well, but Louise Fletcher, if the name doesn't ring a bell, played Nurse Ratched in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yay!
She was that exceptionally scary character whose name I don't remember in Invaders from Mars, the movie that scarred me for life when I watched it in second grade.
Oh, yeah.
Louise Fletcher, ladies and gentlemen. She's awesome.
She's awesome. She celebrated her 89th birthday this year, so happy birthday, I believe.
Happy birthday.
I may have the year wrong, but she's still out there. She's just out there retired, relaxed. Hopefully
Laid back.
not like in some One Flew Over the Cuckoo Nest thing. Hopefully she's actually in a nice place. Because she's been an amazing villainess. Love it. Just amazing villain.
Ooh.
Make you just want to punch her in the face. She's so just mean.
She's just...
Great actor. Great actor.
And what about the one Misery? Now she was
Kathy
scary.
Bates?
Kathy Bates nailed that part, though.
Kathy Bates...
But it's the same genre style. Like, that was that kind of person that...
I was like, who the hell is this? Rosie O'Donnell?
Yeah, then you get your damn fucking ankles
Kathy
fucking
Bates?
damn nailed.
I mean, and don't forget Kathy
Don't
Bates
call
in
her
her other Stephen King movie. No, she's done several.
What was a really crazy horror film, and nobody mentions this, is Flowers in the Attic.
I never watched it.
Never seen it. What was that
But
about?
I'll tell you what, I know that my best friend from middle school read all the books. And that's probably why I haven't watched it, because I feel like I'll have to read all of the books. But maybe I could just skip ahead and watch the movie.
That one right there will... You're like, God, what the hell?
I have an idea what it's about, because those were like some of my best friend's favorite books.
And for our listeners, Gene, go into detail. What do you remember about the Flowers in the Attic?
That it was just freaking insane, because a woman remarried, she had her kids, and basically she was trying to poison her kids. I don't really want to go in details of because you really want to watch this movie and not me sitting rambling on and shit about it. It's a classic damn movie that'll make you like, after you watch it, you're like, you ever feel like you've been in a fog?
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Nice. Yeah, that sounds amazing. That sounds like an M. Night Shyamalan film. But there you go.
It's fucked up. Like I said, if you're listening to this damn podcast, you're fucked up anyway.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I mean,
it's what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, we'll give it that.
I mean, we're not like trying to sugarcoat shit, you know?
Exactly. Jinx, Coke, boom.
I mean, damn, if you listen to this damn thing, I'll tell you what, my God, you've had problems in your life past.
And you're about to have more problems because you're going to be watching Flowers in the Attic, Grizzly 2, and damn Human Centipede, apparently. And that's a downward spiral. I don't even
Or
want to
Frankenhooker.
Or
If you
Frankenhooker.
want to forego the Human Centipede.
Yeah, if you want to just have an uplifting kind of experience a little bit, go watch Frankenhooker. Jeez. Yeah, that's way better. That one's got to be picked up.
I definitely got to see that now.
You know, like if you grew up with video stores that you walked by Frankenhooker so many times and looked at the cover and thought, I really should watch this. I really should watch this because it's called Frankenhooker and it has a Frankenhooker on the cover. Come on.
But it's like, then there's a copy of Reanimator. Oh, Reanimator, cool. All right.
Yeah, just some things had really cool covers.
That made
you were like,
We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to make a podcast of that because that's a real thing. Because when I was going through, I'd be going to the Easy Stop, and I was like, I'm gonna watch a horror film, and I looked at the cover. The cover is the first thing sold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pinhead fucking looking
and
at the box.
Like Friday the 13th with the damn hockey mask on it with the
Yeah, like Freddy Krueger looking like it. The critters sitting there grinning away. All that.
I remember Critters. God dang.
Yeah, those were fun. That was like what you sold the film on. I was like, all right, that doesn't look too scary. But then it's like, all right, that's pretty scary. But it's not like ridiculous, like bad scary. But it's like sci-fi scary.
No, for me,
fun.
it was like what looks like absolute B horror trash. It's like, does this look like it's gonna make me laugh?
Yes.
But what in the hell was damn weird is when you're like, damn, 12 years old or something like that, it's a lot different. Like, remember Slumber Party Massacre?
Mm.
Today, if I seen that cover on that, I'd be like, man, this is stupid. I'm not watching this.
Yes.
What, a damn drill on a fucking guitar?
Yeah. It's like,
You know what I mean?
and there's some of us out there like, okay, that might be my movie for my life. That might be my next tattoo.
Yeah, and it's like, also, Slumber Party implies something. It implies you're gonna see girls in their underthings.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see some little naughty bits. That's what you're gonna see. You might be
I
able
think
to watch
that's
some
the appeal
cheeky.
for other 12-year-old boys.
Yeah, that's the other appeal for like most 12-year-old boys. It's
Or
like, hey,
pubescent boys in general.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like,
hell, you wouldn't watch that shit now. I mean, like I said, the
I wouldn't.
cover means every damn thing. I don't even like music that you listen to, stuff like that.
that's.
No, I still like trashy music.
I still like trash
And
music,
trashy
but like
movies.
they definitely the
I
people
can
that
be
are making
sophisticated too, though.
people that make trashy music definitely want their albums to look a little trashy. So at least you'll recognize it's like, oh, this might be trashy. This might be good. This may be my jam.
I don't know. It's called bad music for bad people.
That might
What
be
are
good.
they trying to? What are they trying to say there?
Exactly.
I mean, hell, like I said, some of the best album covers, like records and stuff like that. Probably one of my favorite was damn, I can't even freaking think about it. Nirvana had a good one.
The Kid in the Pool?
No, what is it?
In utero?
The one.
Incesticides.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't even remember.
Because he
the
done his
cover.
own art.
I don't think I would put that on my top album covers.
No, not even like top 100 probably.
No.
But no, the musical's okay.
boo-boo.
What in the hell's another one? Damn good one.
In Utero was a pretty great cover. The whole mannequin, the whole like
I was going to say Nevermind was a pretty good cover with the naked baby chasing the dollar bill.
that was pretty epic.
That
On the
is
hook.
funny. That is great.
That is
and it had
good.
a hook on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was hooking the
It was
baby.
the very, like,
Imagine hooking that baby, reeling that little baby.
we
in.
are selling out. I remember just growing up in the Pacific Northwest, like right after, a little bit after that album came out, and then it was out in the works that Mudhoney were gonna sign up to some big label too, and then the big Seattle like free music paper, The Rocket, had a cover with Mudhoney. The entire band are swimming in a pool, chasing a briefcase on a hook with dollar bills falling
I
out.
remember that album. I had that album, Mudhoney. I was just a freaking alternative punk band.
Yeah, they were. They were just a Pacific Northwest band. We didn't even call grunge back then. It was just like, this is a Northwest band. It was like local music. So like growing up in Portland, it was just local. Somebody else came up with grunge.
Pearl Jam. What the hell? We can keep going on this shit.
No,
We
I could probably
cannot.
keep going a lot.
We'll just stop right there.
But
I'm killing it. All right, enough
It
of
was-
the grunge. We're not going to the
it
grunge.
was-
We'll
I
save that
don't
for our
like-
music episode.
I don't like a lot of music from that time and era and place, but there were some more obscure bands that never did make it, like Cracker Bash and Luba.
But what in the hell was so cool about grunge music to me is like, I was like, damn, hell, they dress like a hillbilly.
Yeah, they're just like us. Just
No,
yeah.
that's basically, like how it kind of sucked being there at the time, actually, when all the kids that made fun of you the year before all of a sudden were like dressing like you and not apologizing about it. Not apologizing for, like, spitting in your hair last year and making fun of your band t-shirt.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, we are just going to take that. And I was like, well,
Fuck you.
well, fuck you too.
I was like, damn.
I told you I was cooler than you.
Hell, rednecks, hillbillies, and grungers look the same. That was the greatest part of the 90s.
It was like,
This is comfortable. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
seriously.
I mean, damn, everybody, it's like the hell we wore all the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Different band T-shirts. I mean,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
about it. It was like, yeah, I got made fun of for. I will never forget this. 7th grade. 7th grade. So, what would that be? I was 13, so like 1992. 1992. Wearing my Red Hot Chili Peppers T-shirt.
Great.
To 7th grade, and this is the year before Blood Sugar Sex Magic came out. So, yeah. Or hit big, at any rate, got any airplay. But I was walking down the hall at school. Oh, you've got a Red Hot Chili recipe? I'm like, that isn't even funny. Just, if you don't know the band, you don't have to make fun of a band you haven't heard of. That doesn't make you cool. It doesn't make you cool to make fun of a band because you haven't heard of them. Because you think their name's funny.
This one was a weird one. Somebody's wearing a Tupac T-shirt, and it's like, who's that? Tupac?
Yeah.
Tupac. Yes. Absolutely.
Remember Sliver, the Nirvana T-shirt?
Yeah.
What is that? Silver?
Yeah. The best thing about that I remember was seeing them like going into like our actual record store here in Silva that's still around back in the 90s. And they had a poster that I wish I would have a copy of or bought back then, and you can get it somewhere, but like it was the best poster that kind of describes pretty much how I feel about pretty much a lot of things now. And it was by Primus. And you can look it up, it's out there. But it's pretty much a picture of Primus, like all three members standing there dressed as penguins on an iceberg. And it says Primus. And then in like the bottom part of the poster says, if you didn't like us that before, you probably still won't. That's pretty much my mantra of life. It's like, if you don't like me, you probably still won't.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much how grunge is. That's how the attitude of grunginess was. It's just like,
right. Yeah, I never considered myself into grunge per se, but it was just that was the Pacific Northwest sound, and there were some bands that I liked and some that I didn't. Most of the ones I liked never made it. You'll never hear of Mood Paint. You'll never hear of them. But, that it happened. But I was definitely like the weird kid who listened to alternative music when you'd still get your ass kicked for it, that's for sure. Before it was called alternative music.
Oh, yeah, before it
became... Back when it was still just new wave and punk.
But the damn thing of it is, I always thought outside the box. I love bluegrass music. I love old country music.
Oh, do you?
But I liked Marilyn Manson until he got weird.
Wait, at what point did he get weird?
Really, what point did he change from being weird?
You lost me there.
I'm pretty sure he's always been weird.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Right.
When it went to shock rock to glamour rock, but it's tied into horror films and stuff like that because, like Rob Zombie, I mean,
he's obsessed with horror films.
Yeah,
he doesn't do some things well, but he does other things great
and stuff like that. I remember one time I was like a real big White Zombie fan, and this one dude had a damn shirt that it was White Zombie, and I was like, I believe I don't like that band no more.
Because you didn't like the dude?
Because you didn't like the dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That happens.
Yeah, it's like it feels like a sellout, but yeah.
But if you have a bad association with
wearing a fucking White Zombie t-shirt, I'm like, screw that, man. I'm gonna have to find another band.
That's a drag.
This goes back to something, and I'm not even going to mention who told me the story because I remember, but it's somebody I don't like, but the story is interesting anyway. This is like 20 years ago. Somebody said, I was at the mall, and there were all these like punk kids at the mall in their Green Day t-shirt and stuff. And I was like, you know what? Maybe the kids are all right. And then I'm walking outside to my car and I see the punk kid, like, out front with the other punk kids looking all punk and their, band t-shirts and stuff. And I was like, yeah, the kids are all right. And then the car pulls up and it's like a brand new fucking Beamer and they hop in the car. Hi, Mom. He's like, and then at that point it was just like, it was like a gut punch, for the kids who like punk rock was somewhere I turned because I grew up poor. But, in fairness, this guy was a douchebag. And I think, for just because somebody comes from a background that you consider privileged doesn't mean that they don't have their own, their own trials that they're going through, It could be Claire from the Breakfast Club.
What was the funniest shit freaking ever? We were supposed to make a poem. We was in 8th grade, and it's like, who can come up with the best poem? And this guy was genius. What he done was, when you mentioned punk bands and stuff like that, what he did, hell, he didn't do his damn homework. What he did, he just quoted it from a punk band. It was Green Day, and he won.
Oh, that's plagiarism. That's not quoting.
That's plagiarism. That man's criminal.
Like,
but the teachers didn't know music?
Apparently
I said,
not.
Dad, you're genius. And hell, our teachers didn't know that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's like, God almighty, you were going to be somebody one of these days.
Plagiarist. Good job. Yeah.
Funny as shit.
All right.
I really want to know now what song it was. In my mind, I'm going,
I think
Green
it's
Day song would
Basket Case.
merit that? Sorry.
I can't think of anything like that. All right,
I think
Jim.
it's Basket Case.
Some part of it maybe, but yeah. All right, my movie review I'm going to talk about is we went. It's been a month or so now. It's been a month.
Dun, 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 dun.
We watched legendary film director Guillermo del Toro's The Devil's Backbone, which actually was pretty fucking fun. I enjoyed it immensely.
His first film.
His first film. Other than Kronos. It wasn't Kronos. That's not my cup. Oh yeah, maybe it's my cup. But anyway, yeah, we watched The Devil's Backbone. It's in Spanish. It's all subtitled. It's a slow burner. It's a ghost story. And pretty much if you haven't seen it, it is kind of tricky to find. I will say that. Like, I just happened to get lucky when we were in orbit, picking up movies the other time we went, and I just happened to look in their incoming pile of things they just bought.
It was literally sitting on the counter.
Yeah, it was laying on the pile, and they hadn't even priced. And I was like, hey, there's that movie I'm looking for. And they're like, you want this? I was like, yes, I do. It's used. I was like, okay, you guys know it works. So I was like, yes, cool. Then I got home that I started wearing, it was like Region B or something. I was like, oh shit, what this is Region B? And we can't play it on our Blu-ray player.
Because sounds like my problem with Blu-ray because I don't own one.
Yeah, they're expensive, but they are very nice. You've got that nice TV, so you enjoy the Blu-ray factor.
Oh yeah.
But the Blu-rays, yeah, they're like good, fancier DVDs essentially because they still got the same content you would get with a DVD. All the bonus material that like film buffs like us crave.
You just need one of those DVD players you can play European.
Region free, yeah.
Is it Region 3?
No, free.
Free.
Yeah, they sell them at Orbit. It's like $150 for a region free DVD Blu-ray player.
That isn't bad.
It's not bad. It's something worth saving for. I feel like Holliston when I think about it. It's like, man, we're still saving for that Blu-ray player. 3 seasons later. It's like, yep, we got some money. We're going to get a Blu-ray player. But back then, the Blu-ray player was about fucking $400.
Did you mention that show on the podcast?
I have not. And I guess we could go into now, after we talk about the legendary filmmaker Guillermo del Toro's Backbone.
Legendary. You can't say his name without saying legendary filmmaker.
Yes, you got to make sure you throw legendary in there because that's what he is. Whew. What a genius. Yes. Gene, have you ever watched Pan's Labyrinth?
Nah.
I think we established that Gene hasn't watched anything that Guillermo del Toro directed, except for maybe Pacific Rim.
Nah.
No, not Pacific Rim.
Not
either.
even Pacific Rim. Okay.
Not Hellboy?
Hellboy?
Oh, yeah. I didn't like that.
Yeah,
So-
What, you didn't like Hellboy?
No, I thought that was stupid.
Why?
Ron Perlman? What?
Hellboy? Nah, I turned it off. I said, this sucks.
Do you have a problem with the comics?
No, God almighty, I'm a comic book fanatic.
I mean, with the Hellboy comics specifically.
No.
You
I'll be honest with you, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know. You have to give it a rewatch. It's a fantastic
Satan's supposed to be a sinister person, not a good guy.
film. Hellboy's not the devil.
Hellboy isn't Satan. He's just a demon.
He's just a demon.
Oh,
not
well,
Satan,
I
he's
thought
not.
he was Satan. So,
Oh, okay.
demon, Satan.
You have to
same
go back
thing.
and rewatch it
Well,
then, Jimmy.
I mean, you're like, diluting theology quite a bit there to say that. But yeah, Satan is Satan. Demons are demons. And
Now, when you're going into demons and stuff like that, Hellraiser is the best.
well, are they even
Pinhead.
demons? I mean, they're not called as much.
Welcome to hell. I remember that one time I went and watched that. I forget which Hellraiser movie it was. As it is in Waynesville, and the only thing I remember was this big blue face with pins in it, and just go, "Welcome to hell." It's like I was scared out of my seat.
Yeah, but I mean, even still at that, I mean, those are Cenobites. They're not exactly biblical demons.
Yeah, they're not even really.
They're like space demons.
They're kind of like
dimensional.
Yeah, they're like dimensional humans that have been converted.
That shit
but I
freaked
mean-
me that shit freaked me the hell out. But the damn thing of it is, I watched it and I thought it was awesome. I remember I was in kindergarten and I'd buy them Fangoria books at Dreamland Flea Market in Nashville.
Yes.
And they had a reverse on it, and on the other side it was RoboCop, but it was the guy that was getting dipped in acid.
We really need to remember that guy's name. I looked it up. I just can't. I need to write that name down so we can talk. At least we can point him out, because he wasn't Dick Dickerson or whatever the hell his name was. He wasn't the main bad guy. He was just like one of the sub bad guys. But he just got damn acid smashed on him, and then he was like,
But on the subject of Hellraiser, I just want to point out the first Hellraiser. It didn't really have much.
It wasn't even in the first.
Right, it didn't have anything to do with Pinhead or the Cenobites. It has to do with creepy, rapey Uncle Frank.
creepy rapey
Yeah, and
uncles.
he was like, "Bring me another body. I gotta be complete."
Oh, he was that to me.
Yeah,
And there's another book I haven't read. I haven't read the Hellbound part. Clive Barker, I'm sorry.
We just refound that book. It's in the bookshelf now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's over there.
Clive
give it to
Barker,
me.
by God.
Yeah, I'll dig it out. Like,
My God,
I just found
write
it.
the book, direct the movie, freaking bow down, y'all. Seriously.
What was another great Clive Barker?
I love Nightbreed.
I just was going to
Was
rewatch
that
that.
Clive Barker?
That was.
Damn, by God, now that was a great movie.
Yeah,
And I
Clive
think
Barker's
I
good.
think Clive Barker is just awesome. And I also, like, when I found out he was gay, I was like, why the fuck did I never put that together?
That was like the
It's awesome.
Stephen King, Clive Barker.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Damn, that was your go-to. Oh, if
And John
we're
Carpenter.
going to the movies.
Yeah, John Carpenter was out there, then definitely. Those are the names you remember. King, Carpenter, and, like, Barker. Boom.
But the thing is that
And
Stephen
Romero.
King didn't direct movies.
Romero.
Stephen King didn't direct movies.
But his name was on the
But
good
his
ones.
But it was always on his movies, except for, and we talked about this before, but I think it got deleted maybe, except for The Shining.
I think it was actually in there. I think they did
Okay.
good. But yeah, The
Did that
Shining.
make it in?
That actually got cut in. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But in case you guys did miss it, and I'm
In
thinking
case
out my
you
butt.
did miss it,
Like
that one was released as Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. not Stephen King's, and I think Stephen King would agree with that assessment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he hated that movie.
God, have you ever read listen, Stephen King he's great. He's a great writer and everything like that, but I could never get through his books.
I waited for the movies. I just waited for the movies.
He's a really good storyteller.
Yeah, if he was reading the book to me, I would be there all night long.
Yeah, if he was just telling me a story.
If we had an audiobook of him telling the story the way he wanted it voiced, that should be a thing. Like, Steven, get on that shit. Mr. King, get audiobooks and, like, read them to us in the way you think they should be read. Otherwise, get Sam Jackson on it and have him read it in the way that will scare us and threaten this motherfucker.
That was one of my first paperback book. I got Cujo, and I could not get through that damn book. And I said, "Screw this! I'm gonna just go rent the damn movie." I was like, "Yeah, I was the one scary freaking dog."
Okay, my other favorite, gosh, I almost forgot. My other favorite, Clive Barker, fucking Candyman.
Oh, Candyman, yeah. That was Clive Barker.
That's a good one. That's a damn good one.
I love Candyman. I love Nightbreed. And I love both of those films above Hellraiser. You can't stop me. I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
There you go.
It
You
is
said
what
it.
it is.
It's Chainsaw Bar. You say what you say.
That's right. Nightbreed, Candyman, then Hellraiser.
Dying on
Because they just had more heart, you know? They had more heart to the stories.
I will rip you apart.
Yeah, I mean, Hellraiser was just too, like, Leather Daddy. I mean, there was...
Leather Daddy, yes.
Nothing wrong with Leather Daddy.
Nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Absolutely not. That's hot.
That's pretty
but
fucking
look,
That's on
Nightbreed, it had the misunderstood monsters.
Yeah.
Hiding from the secret bad guy.
Good stuff.
Who was pretending to be a good guy. Candyman has that beautiful love story.
Yep. Great.
And the beautiful Tony
guy
Todd.
that had the werebears.
Not the werebears, but we do love the werebears.
The werebears were actually directed by the same group that did the show Holliston and the what was that movie we watched? Hatchet? The Hatchet series?
The Hatchet series. Adam Green.
Adam Green
his little posse.
What's his buddy's name?
And he turned out to be a fucking real weirdo.
Adam Green?
I don't know his name or anything like that. Like the lead dude.
In what? Let's reorganize here. What are you thinking? You're thinking something different than what we were talking about.
I agree.
Nightbreed, yeah.
Oh!
Maybe it's a different
yes!
dude.
Okay, wait,
hold
no.
on. You're probably right now.
No.
For that ideasm.
Nightbreed, the guy who was actually the bad guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The vampire.
He wasn't a vampire. You're thinking of a different movie.
No shit, well.
It was just straight up serial killer that was killing people because he wanted to. And then he found some people who were actually like part monster and blamed it on them. But that in Nightbreed, the cool thing about that was that was the fucking David Cronenberg.
Yeah. Oh, that was Cronenberg.
Yeah.
Now I freaking remember the dude that had the cool hair.
David Cronenberg, who is also, David Cronenberg, the director.
He had the MacGyver hair.
I mean...
Maybe? I don't know about that. I got nothing for this. All right, let's re-wrangle back in. At a point, I was going to write a note about it, but now I totally forgot it. But let's get back to the Devil's Backbone. So, people, this is a classic Mexican ghost story. Set in the post... When was it? Post...
You love David Cronenberg. I don't know why you're dodging this.
I'm not dodging it, but we can definitely save this for another podcast.
Okay.
Because Cronenberg deserves it on its own little big segment. But anyway, no, I was trying to go into the Devil's Backbone, which was an awesome film.
Oh.
And, my movie review was for The Devil's Backbone. The special effects were truly bizarre for when it was released, and probably on the budget. But like you're sitting there looking at it, it's like, what's going on with that? And then you're thinking, what the hell's that about? But then as you watch the movie, it starts making more sense. It's like, oh, that's actually a cool effect for the characters. I'm not going to spoil too much because you guys need to check it out somehow. Go watch it. It's neat. The story's good. The bad guys get their comeuppance. The good guys get, like, their comeuppance. And it's just like a fucking shit show from hell. But you gotta go watch it. It's subtitled because it's in Spanish. And just deal with it. Watch the read the subtitles, enjoy it, love it. It's a ghost story.
Or don't, and you'll still get what's going on.
Truth.
I mean, just visually, you can piece the story together.
No, you have to watch this one.
Then learn how to speak Spanish, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Dude's like a great filmmaker.
I can't even speak English.
Well, you have to watch. You watch lots of films that aren't like American English.
Seriously.
So you just have to step and watch this one. You'll dig it. But I don't know, it's just one of those ones you have to sit back and relax and watch. It's really, really kind of fucking heartbreaking.
It's good for, yes, and in that way that Guillermo del Toro makes heartbreaking films. But it's not my favorite of his films.
No, it's a definitely good ghost story, though.
It's a good ghost story. Maybe I don't enjoy ghost stories as much as other stories.
You didn't like Crimson Peak, so that makes sense.
I didn't love
much.
Crimson Peak. It was very scary, but it was mostly like, itchy.
Mm.
It was like uncomfortable.
Yeah, so there was that.
Yeah, there was that whole like incesty thing.
Dude, God, just like wasn't that movie?
The Hills Have Eyes.
Flowers in the Attic. That
Flowers
was
in the
incesty.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's always like a really like unpleasant subject that they reach in films sometimes. I started watching this Canadian mystery show on Acorn TV. If y'all have Acorn out there, my mom recommended it. It's called Murdoch Mysteries. It's set in like Victorian Toronto. But they had a couple episodes about this kind of incesty brother and sister. It's just like, it really, ew. But that's a good, if you just like a murder mystery that isn't straight up horror, but actually you still get your gore because you got dead bodies and shit getting, through the morgue and stuff. Hey, that's fun. It's cerebral. They got all kinds of fun characters from that time period, like Nikola Tesla, Harry Houdini, all kinds of.
She's been obsessed with this TV series for the last 3 months now.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Not
I watched one episode. It's like, yeah, that's good. I'm not watching anymore, but it's like, all right. But she likes it.
It's pretty fun if you like a good murder mystery.
If you like a weird MacGyverism kind of feel to a year-old movie, TV show, it's a good one.
Yeah, there's a lot of science.
Yeah.
There's a lot of science happening there, and like, it's just, I mean,
it had a number of seasons.
The like main actor is a little bit too like Ken doll looking for me, but I bet that's probably a sell for some people out there who like that. Don't say that. That's not what I meant. I just meant he's too pretty.
Oh,
gross. Like too
pretty.
Too. For me, I like, but his character, it suits his character for real, and that's the important thing. But for some people, I know a lot of people who watch shows because what the main characters look like.
There we go.
That's a thing for some people.
All right, people, this is 1 hour and 3. I'm wrapping this up because I'm going to try keeping these things organized because we still haven't talked about Lowriders versus Zombies from Outer Space. We haven't talked about VFW nor Psycho Goreman. So y'all check those films out. Or Thirst. Let me put that down there because we did knock off 3 of the list. And we're adding another one to it.
If we had to talk about a vampire movie today, would it be... And you forgot Horror Express on there.
We just watched that one. Yeah, that's why I keep you around so you can put this notes down.
Oh, yeah.
You should have already watched that, but it's been around since the 70s.
I just watched Black Sunday, personally.
And don't watch Centipede.
Don't watch Centipede. Unless you're into, like, just having bad dreams or weirdness. Try to avoid that one. Maybe not. Maybe you're into
No, just watch all 3 of them. They might make a part horrible. Put it 4.
Yes. Well, if you like a vampire movie which I think was also subtitled, wasn't it? It was Icelandic.
Thirst. Okay, yeah. All right, let's do
Icelandic vampire movie. I don't know how old that is, but if you like to see a movie where a whole bunch of dicks get removed from their bodies.
Okay, just stop. No, we'll talk about the next episode. There's your little spoiler because that movie was awesome. But
the movie was so much fun.
Fun movie. All right, let's give you some news because I got this wrote down. It's a week and a half old. It's actually probably 2 and 3 weeks old, but just in case I was skimming bloody disgusting. Stephen King revealed that the movie that was too freaky or scary for him to watch was The Blair Witch Project.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That is so lame.
He couldn't watch it. It was too much for Stephen King. So there you go.
Really? I was so disappointed by that film, and I went and saw it in theaters. And not only that, the theater in the town that I lived in at the time, shout out Corvallis, Oregon, had a balcony. And hearing that everybody was getting sick from this film, I had this totally Goonies moment where I decided I was going to sit up on the balcony.
Oh.
Totally disappointed. Not only did I not puke all over the lower audience, I was just not scared. I was not freaked out. I was like, this movie just is really slow and boring, and the shaky camera effects aren't really affecting me. And I have vertigo. No, didn't do anything for me.
It was gross. I hated it.
Anything for me.
Oh, damn thing of it is, I thought it was kind of realistic at that time.
Mm-hmm. That's what they wanted you to think.
Yeah, that's what they wanted you to think. I mean, honestly, I sat on the balcony hoping to puke on people.
I sat in there thinking this was going to be good, and it sucked. But
it was. I really did like it, but we never really get to see the damn Blair Witch. I'm like, what the fuck?
There isn't exactly that. It just
you got the end scene, which implies that the Blair Witch's vision was being used, and then it's like the person standing in the corner.
They had no money from the damn start, and they didn't even finish the song.
Yeah, I think what it was a horror film for people who weren't used to horror movies.
That's a good description of that.
If you're used to like something jumping out at you and you having some resolution and some storytelling, you know, then you would have been like, meh, what? Yeah, this is just like any creepy walk through the woods.
Well, I can give it graps on this. You didn't want to go camping after you watched the son of it.
I went camping right after I watched it.
I fucking didn't want to go camping ever because it sucks. But, alright.
I did.
That was by Matt Joseph. Cheers at WeGotThisCovered.com. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate
Matt.
that. That news from a few weeks ago that I looked up and dug up. So, cheers. You've been recognized. We think you should keep at it because that was a good article. Dig it up on We Got This Covered. Stephen King's most freaky-ish thing he couldn't watch. He also was watching it when he was like in the hospital, so that may be another reason he couldn't finish it.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently on October 1st, Addams Family, the animated reboot TV movie thing, is being released. They have a bunch of damn promos that they are not happy to see you, but Addams Family 2, the cartoon big screen movie, is being released on October 1st. So there you go.
It's going to be in the style of the original Chaz Adams.
Yes.
Illustrations.
The Chaz Adams illustrations, that's the style of the movie. If you watched the first one and you liked it, they got a second one come out. I hope you dig it. I haven't seen it. I just can't commit to it. It's just, I don't like the art on it, but then again, I wasn't really big.
I kind of liked his art.
I was just kind of like, meh.
There goes back to the art. See?
Yeah. And you guys should have already heard this, and it kind of sucks. But Lovecraft Country did not get re-up for season 2 from Deadline.com. They reported this. This is old. This is new news 3 weeks ago, but now it's old news now because Lovecraft Country doesn't get a second season. Sad.
Right.
But they had this whole big thing. You go online now, there's this whole idea he was going with where the United States was split up into 4 or 5 different regions. the Indians, like the Native Americans, we had our own little damn area out west from the like middle upper west, and we had pretty much everywhere west of the Mississippi. There was a white belt that was just the white people's belt. Then there was the new Negro South, and then there was the weird North.
So whose brainchild was this idea? Was it like the
director of the first season? He's like, if I'm like, I finished what I'm going to do with this, but if I'm going to go back, it looked like it may be a time jump alternate universe. And that was the theme. The damn idea was that they'd be exploring a new entire kind of United States and going from stories from there. But HBO balled out, so they ain't going to do it. And then Lovecraft Country proceeds to get like 18 Emmy Award nominations for like everybody that was in it. So somebody's going to probably try picking that up because, like, you know what? Emmy Award winning or Emmy nominated kind of TV shows, people love them. And really, it's like 18 nominations. That's outrageous for a TV show. So,
it's kind of like Twilight Zone, man. I'll tell you what, man, that was great. In the Creep Show.
I don't know if they got Emmy nominated as much though. They were great, but they don't think they got the awards nominations as much.
Yeah, I mean,
well, they suck, by God. Because I'm telling you what, man, freaking Tales from the Crypt, man, that was the shit.
That was the shit.
That was, yeah.
I don't give
Twilight
a fuck
Zone
what
was
anybody
pretty
says.
fucking
That's
awesome,
probably the best anthology fucking shit they was. And I got to bring your move back, Martin. Night Gallery, that was fucking awesome.
Night Gallery. One Step Beyond.
One Step Beyond's great. Night Gallery is great.
There was a few more. There was a few more of the people fucking forgot. You know, like the Twilight Zone. Nobody forgets about the Twilight Zone.
This has nothing to do with
best,
Lovecraft.
the fucking best.
And like what you're saying, Gene, is like those films, those TV shows were amazing, and they got their runs. They got more than one season, definitely, but like they weren't as Emmy nominated as much.
And it's a different kind of thing, like because they were vignettes, and whereas Lovecraft Country is telling like a continued story. At least I don't know what. I'm assuming it was Misha Green who wrote the second season that didn't get re-upped.
Yeah, it was his idea.
His idea was to like take Matt Ruff's work and just kind of run with it in some weird, alternative future past. And that sounds really fun. I would watch that shit anyway.
I'd still watch it. Yeah,
I watched.
Like, I'm picking that season. I'm picking up Lovecraft Country when it comes out on Blu-ray or DVD. And I'm picking that season just for my collection because that was a fantastic television series.
It was, dude. I'm gonna tell you this: the worst damn anthology, the worst damn running season, and the most horrible film that I ever seen, and the most scariest was General Hospital.
I can agree with that. Yeah, like the hair, the sexy damn doctors.
That was a scary show.
Yeah, because like if you're gonna skip school to watch TV, you find out that's what's on TV and not like horror movies and damn good stuff. And you're sitting there like, oh, it's General Hospital, okay. Well,
Days of Our Lives probably was the second scariest.
No, Days of Our Lives was legit scary. Did you not see the fucking episodes, the whole season where Marlena was possessed by the devil?
Oh yeah, that series.
There was like demonic possession in Days of Our Lives. So don't even put Rick Springfield's baby and Days in the same category of soap operas, because none of the other soap operas, except for maybe Twin Peaks, which was filed under soap opera.
Dallas was probably second.
No, Days of Our Lives, straight up demonic possession.
Demonic possession.
Demonic possession was an issue in a daytime soap.
Yep.
We're gonna have to watch that.
No, I already watched it because that was my best friend's mom's soap.
Yeah. All right, that's what we got. All right, people. That was
tortures.
That was how we eat cannibals, because we're cannibals that eat cannibals, and that's how we roll. But that was our episode. This is episode 30. Next week, in the past, last week, or sometimes in the future, this will be edited. I'll be at work. I'm going to sit down and have my headphones on and do some editing all day tomorrow. And with a little bit of luck, we'll be able to save this episode from here, from where we recorded. Fingers crossed, people. and we don't lose like an hour of fucking recording. But that's all we got. This has been the Chainsaw Bar. I'm your host, Mike, with
Madeline.
Gino.
Excellent. And we love you. We thank you for our subscribers. If this gets to YouTube, smash that like button, hit the bell, get notifications. I don't know what that means. Probably notifications because I don't even notify myself. But like and subscribe on the YouTubes. And then wherever you're at, someday I'll probably put us on Stitcher because I just heard that was a thing. Like my podcast things on the Sirius XM app. They do Stitcher, so I don't know. Maybe I'll look into Stitcher, so maybe we'll open up venue there. But in a few weeks, we'll be talking about like October and early September because Mad Monster's coming back to Charlotte. Full blown. Meatloaf is going to be there.
Hey.
They got Meatloaf. So the loaf is going to be in Charlotte at Mad Monster this year. If you can't get there, well, watch the Meatloaf. We're going to try making it.
Well, we're gonna-
hell to get there.
We're
I'll
going to
stay- I'll
find
stay
out
in
the one
line.
thing you won't do.
I'm going to stay in line for a couple hours if I have to get Meatloaf to say hi to me and maybe shake his hand or knuckle bump or maybe just look at him behind a plastic glass and just say, hey, Meatloaf, and him acknowledge that I exist. That's what I'm hoping for. I'll stand in line like you did Bruce Campbell at Mad Monster.
I'm just going to call him Loaf. I think that we're like, I feel like we're close enough.
And we're definitely going to have to see about talking to Sergeant Horror.
And he's a vegan.
He's vegan. Viva Las Vegan. Wow.
Hey, that's disgusting.
That's very not disgusting because it doesn't involve killing animals and gutting them out and damn frying them up.
It's just the irony of the whole thing.
His name is Meatloaf, though. Yeah, that is pretty funny as shit. But anyway, that's the loaf. He's in Mad Monster. Look forward to it. Get your tickets. Come to Charlotte because we're going to try making it. I'm going to try making up some damn business cards that we can just throw at people and just say, here, take this. Whether you want or not. Look at us up. Look at us. Look at us. We're here. We are the Chainsaw Bar, and we have ghosts. So deal with it. Eventually, we're going to get Clayton back on here, and he'll probably have nothing to say at all.
Back on there. God dang, I tell you what, man, he's cool as shit.
Yeah,
What
he's
the hell
just
happened to him?
he's working too much for a vegan. Yeah, that's right. He's a vegan. Clayton's a vegan. Holy shit.
Oh, God, that's gross.
It's so bad. Sorry, our vegan listeners. It's not gross.
I
It's just
love
a little
y'all.
bit damn militaristic for us.
No, it
For
is
me.
if you are, but if you aren't, then you aren't. That's
There ain't
fine.
nothing like better than a fillet steak.
Well, that might be true, but I really like vegetables. Not gonna lie.
No wonder I'm unhealthy.
Probably.
Straight up, James, you got a bunch of mustard coming in. You want some mustard greens, Pep?
Mustard greens.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, you
I
do.
might bring you some in then.
You just said you were so unhealthy, and all of a sudden you're like, well, mustard greens, well, that's something else.
Yeah, but then again, you're usually frying up mustard
but
greens and
the damn
bacon.
thing of it is, by God, I make them unhealthy by pouring,
Bacon grease?
drenching them in vinegar.
No,
that's
vinegar's good for you.
That's good for you. It's usually when you fry them up in bacon grease.
When you
that's
fry them in
kind of-
bacon grease, however.
Oh, that's what
Like I
I'm
do.
saying. I'll tell you what.
The vinegar might negate that fact, so it
No,
may end up just being kind of a little bit.
on
Pig in that
greens.
bitch is all I know.
Oh man, vinegar on greens. Is there anything like it? I love vinegar so much. We also got a bunch of wild spinach up here in my garden.
Oh yeah, we gotta let you try that. Like the damn
the
the river dam spinach came in surprisingly.
I went down to the river last year, and I might have mentioned it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And we dug up a bunch of lamb's quarters and planted it in our garden. And of course, it died with the season, but when we tilled up the garden and replanted for this year, all the lamb's quarters all over my fucking garden. It's awesome. I'm like up to my asshole in lamb's quarters,
It's
which
so
is
good.
my favorite green. My favorite green, also known as goosefoot or wild spinach. And Mike called it river spinach.
river spinach.
It's so good. It's the best green. And you can only forage for it unless you're smart like me and think this is a weed. It'll grow where I put it.
Yep,
It
and it
don't
will.
matter if I turn vegan or whatnot. Hell, I'd be them drowning it out with beer.
God damn it, Gene.
Vegan beer.
Vegan beer. Vegan beer. Your vegan beer. Yes.
That's all right.
I can't imagine. There are
There's
many
no
beers that aren't
animals
vegan.
in the beer that I'm drinking right now.
Unless the fruit fly dove into it. And
Oh, I guarantee that.
I bet it's vegan.
Yeah, anyway. All right.
Well, all you gotta do is pick it out and squeeze it and say, "Spit it out, you bastard."
Spit it out, you little fly. Spit the beer out you drank. Get out of here.
That's my beer.
That's my
I
beer.
can't even drink vegan beer without something flying into it.
Welcome to the South. in the summer.
In the summer, it's like what did Tom Robbins say? He was talking about fall in Louisiana, but it's the same thing. It's like an obscene phone call from nature.
Gross.
It is.
Ugh.
You can almost hear the heavy breathing.
Damn it, man. That was a damn great night.
Yeah. All right. Any closing thoughts, anybody?
Not really.
All right. 120 closing thoughts done. All right. I've been your host. We thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, smash that whatever the hell button.
Smash it. Don't press it, because that doesn't apparently work according to the internet.
Smash it. On the YouTubes and wherever you get your podcasts. Hopefully on Stitcher in the future, but whatever. We're still broke as shit. Although I think we actually got enough for a pack of gum. So
Hey!
we made a buck, people.
Hell, we're trying to damn get to the Stanley Motel so we can go there and do the podcast.
Whoa there, damn money bags. Give us a few years to get to the Stanley Motel.
What's that?
He wants to go to the Stanley Motel and stay there.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant, West Virginia.
No,
You
it
got a
isn't.
shout
That's
out
the
for all
Overlook
you
Hotel.
motherfuckers up there.
Gene.
The Overlook?
The Overlook is where the filming of
The Shining?
The Shining happened. It's called the Overlook Hotel,
Isn't it?
I think. Either way, we have a picture right there. That
Actually,
your
what
dad
you have
took.
there is a picture of the Timberline Lodge,
Oh, well.
which is one of the the outside pictures were of Timberline Lodge, and going up the mountain was going up Mount Hood to the Timberline Lodge. There's two different venues that they filmed at.
So the Timberline
One
is
of
what
them
we
is-
got on the wall.
Yeah, because that's where I grew up in Oregon.
The Timberline Lodge
The Outlook,
is the one they
the
use.
Overlook Hotels in Colorado, I think. And
So-
that's where Stephen King wrote the book.
Pretty sure. Stanley's in Colorado. We've looked it up a million damn times, but what in the hell does hillbillies know?
Yeah, I know. We were probably looking at the wrong information, but whatever. We'll look it up again,
The
and we'll
Overlook
get this straight
Hotels
away.
in Sidewinder, Colorado.
Because didn't your dad take that picture?
My dad took that picture in Oregon. That's the Timberline Lodge.
Yes,
in
we have
Mount
this
Hood.
black and white photo of the Timberline Lodge Maddie's dad took. That is the lodge outside from the movie.
Yeah, they used some of the outside shots for that.
Yeah, so like the outside shots of the hotel were of the Timberline, whereas
Which is
damn, man, I learned something new
it's
on
like
that.
it's like 3 different
And
hotels.
you've seen
they
the
use.
picture hanging in my dining room, Gene.
Yeah, but her dad
That's
was
something
there.
most people notice in my dining room. They go, "Is that the hotel from The Shining?" And I'm like, "Well, in part."
In part.
But it's also just like the Timberline Lodge, where you go. There's like a ski resort up there.
Yeah.
They said that damn movie saved that damn motel or hotel. Whatever you call it, motel,
Colorado?
motel. They said that's what saved it.
Well, they changed the number, the suite number, to a suite that they didn't actually have at that hotel because the people who owned the hotel thought people aren't going to want to stay in that room. And boy, were they wrong.
Oh.
Boy, were they wrong about horror audiences.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's a different number in the book if you look it
That's
up.
the one everybody wants to stay in, man. Hell, shit.
Right. They don't get how horror fans' minds work. It's like, give me the creepy shit.
Give me the room with the ghost in it. I want to be in that room.
I want to be in the room with the
I want to wake up with a damn grimace on my face and be dead because I was so frightened. It was that good.
the creepy old lady in the bathtub. Yes.
Put me in her room.
But I
With a
doubt
bottle of
anybody
champagne.
ever wants to go to
Just give me
Hancock
And a
Cabin.
bouquet.
Mm-hmm.
We never can sign off.
We can never sign off, people. But we're doing it now. Because, that's what we're going to do. Because we got to end this before an hour 25.
Lord willing and
hell, I'm getting off here. God dang, I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah, I got to work. It's only 10. It's almost 11. We're beating the clock. But we'll do the thing. And then I'm going to stop and hopefully save it. But Jeans, don't disappear. Because you'll still be on. But I'm going to definitely wrap up the Chainsaw Bar. We thank you for listening. On 3, people. 1, 2, 3. Vroom. Thanks for listening. Gord. That's all right.
All right, fade it out.
Fade it out. You fade it. You gotta turn the volume down.
Okay, I'm gonna fade it out.
What are they saying? They need some Adderall?